One of the main phases of eDiscovery is processing. Essentially, we take file formats from a myriad of original sources: Excel, Word, PDF, PowerPoint, WhatsApp, Teams, and we load them into a processing tool for the main purpose of extracting metadata and extracted text. Once the documents are in database, we can sort them because of the metadata, we can search them because of the extracted text, and we could apply concept grouping again because of the extracted text. Processing used to be the meat and potatoes of any discovery vendor. Many years ago, when I worked on my first eDiscovery processing project, we paid $5,000 to process 1 GB of data. On average, it means 5,000 emails. Now, it could be as few as 10 emails, but it could also be as many as 100,000 if it's just pure text, no attachments. But we're looking at 5,000 documents, and we paid $5,000 for it. Now, you can find processing for under $100 per gig. A lot of service providers offer processing tool services, but I recommend asking a number of questions before you select assistance from a processing vendor. Question number 1. Do they have capabilities of processing unique data? Maybe not so unique anymore, but we're looking at mobile data, WhatsApp, Viber, Facebook Messenger, and collaborative tools. If your company is using Teams, Zoho, Slack. Most importantly, how are they going to handle proprietary tools? Who is going to do it? Another question I would ask is, do they have not experience, but expertise to handle proprietary data? How would they work with your team on creating custom reports, and how would they be ingested into the processing tool? Another interesting subject is data expansion. Ask your processing vendor whether you are going to pay for data coming into the processing tool or the number of gigabytes coming out. I can tell you, if you post data on a secure FTP for me and it's 1 gigabyte, after processing, it will expand double. Typical. And I have seen that data expand 10 times. And that is not a pleasant surprise on an invoice when it comes to processing line item. Lastly, ask your service provider what kind of reporting they do to make sure that all the data was processed. How do they track records that were password protected, encrypted? What if they encounter corrupt files? Do they have an ability to fix it? And what if there is no text? If I send you 1,000 TIFF files, there should be no text. How do they track those files? Now, the truth is, there is so much volume of data these days that most of service providers will offer bundling when it comes to processing. Processing will be bundled with analysis, review, output, and any combination of those. I would ask your vendor as to what kind of capabilities and expertise they have dealing with subsequent stages of eDiscovery after the data was processed. Review some of my videos when it comes to data collection, mobile data review, and upcoming video on document review as a whole. And by all means, reach out to Wesden so that we could discuss and assist you with processing.